Thank you, Madam Speaker. My question is to the Treasurer. Will the Treasurer outline the importance of repealing the mining tax, and what will this mean to the constituents of Swan?
I call the Honourable the Treasurer.
Well, I thank the honourable member for the question, and it is important to his constituents in Swan. 4,100 of his constituents work directly in the mining industry. 68,000 work directly in the mining industry right across Western Australia. But it'll be good for Western Australia, and what's good for Western Australia is good for Australia. We want to get rid of the mining tax. We want to get rid of the carbon tax. Now, as the Association of Mining and Exploration Companies, AMEC, said, the repeal of the mining tax will go a long way to restoring confidence and much-needed investment back into the mining industry. And the Minerals Council of Australia said the repeal of the mining tax will restore industry confidence, remove a further impost that destroys value in long-term, risky iron ore projects. And one of the best things about repealing the mining tax and its spending is it saves the budget $13 billion. $13 billion. So Labor left us with $123 billion of deficits. They left us with debt approaching $667 billion. Abolishing the mining tax and its expenditure will improve the budget bottom line. And as we know, we should laud the member for Lilly as the great genius who came up with a tax that raises no money. Raises no money. It is a new benchmark in tax incompetence. Not even the Greeks could come up with a tax that raises no money in the face of what they've had to come across. But don't believe me on that. Only an hour ago, just over an hour ago, Rio Tinto reported to the Australian Stock Exchange, they said, in 2013 there was no mining tax payments included in the $3,157 million of corporate income taxes paid to the Australian federal government. What a great tax! Rio Tinto pay over $3 billion in taxes to the Australian government. Not $1 was the mining tax. Not $1 was the mining tax. Now, what would be the response of the Leader of the Opposition? The Leader of the Opposition said, we have no problem with the mining tax in principle. He is so opposed to the mining tax he is going to keep it, and now he says it's a great principle to have a tax that raises no money. What a genius! What a genius! The Leader of the Opposition has no policy platform because he has no principles. There is no underlying guidance mechanism that can send him in a direction that improves the budget bottom line. I say to the Leader of the Opposition, get out of the way.
The Treasurer will resume his seat. The Manager of Opposition.